What's up, you guys? It's your boy, Midnight. Let me tell you a story about one of the books that I ignored when I still had access to a library because there was newer stuff available. I thought back then that it's been around since the 60s and it wasn't going anywhere. I have to admit that I only decided to read Dune when the Chalamet and the Zendaya remake came out in 2021. Can't say it's one of my favorites because if you read enough of them, almost everything ends up as a reinterpretation of Shakespeare. So what is Dune? It's Game of Thrones in space. Political intrigue, war, betrayal, huge monsters, but no incest yet. I only finished the first book, so there might still be a chance for it. It boils down between the two great houses, the Atreides and the Harkonnens. You know the drift. Two houses both alike in dignity in fair Verona, blah blah blah. But instead of fighting over a pointy chair, they're fighting over space cocaine, otherwise known as spice. Who gets to supply the Emperor and the rest of the universe? Kind of like drug cartels fighting over who gets to be the next Pablo. Spice is so good that not only does it make your eyes blue, it can also be used for interstellar travel by the Spacing Guild. It wasn't exactly explained how it's used, but it was pointed out that none of the characters have actually seen a guild member in person. And it was shortly alluded that the reason why they don't show themselves is because perhaps they have mutated due to their time and space mixed with the use of spice, a mystery worth exploring. At the center of it all is Paul Atreides, later to be known as Paul Muad'Dib or Paul the Mouse. Imagine a non-bastard Jon Snow with the power of the three-eyed raven. He is the supposed product of a Bene Gesserit program that would enable him to see through time and space as a Kwisatz Haderach. The Bene Gesserit is a group of women that allegedly pulls the strings behind every political move in the universe whose plans are counted in centuries. A less subtle Illuminati, if you will. What makes Paul so special is that the Bene Gesserit specifically reserved the power and the position of Kwisatz Haderach for a female child, but Paul's mom had other plans, giving birth to a boy instead. Being born a dude creates an anomaly for him, getting visions and triggering a holy war that would rage across the universe. The story starts off when Paul's family was assigned to govern Arrakis, which was formerly held by their rivals, the Harkonnens. This puts Paul's house at a vulnerable position, far away from their original homeworld, open hostility from their rivals, and not to mention the demanding spice quota imposed by the Emperor. One could say that they were set up to fail because it was heavily implied that the Emperor believed that their house was getting too big for comfort, hence the need to be destroyed. However, they have two aces in the hole. First is that the Arrakis is home to the Fremen, a people so hardcore that they can rival the Emperor's elite Sardaukar in terms of softness. Imagine the Sardaukar as the Unsullied, while the Fremen as... based on how they were described, I mean... The Sardaukar were this, whereas the Fremen were more like this. Not sure how they measure up against each other. Anyways, the next ace in the hole is the prophecy of Paul being the supposed Kwisatz Haderach. All of this makes for a highly entertaining read, and most seem to think so since it's been the subject of film and television adaptations since the 80s. And so I suggest you pick it up. By the way, anyone find it weird seeing Jason Momoa without a beard? That's it for tonight. See you guys. Bye!